Welcome to the From the Other Side live show podcast. The live show will begin in 2 minutes. Grab a snack and a drink and sit down to watch another one of our great live shows. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and share the live show video link. Enjoy the show. The live show will begin in 1 minute. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and share the live show video link. Please like and leave a comment and share this video.
Hello everybody, welcome to the live show 112. Also it's the 12th today. Baltic Blunder, Baltic nations disconnected from the Russian power grid. On tonight's show, the Baltic nations have cut off their last electrical ties with Russia and Belarus, aiming for energy independence. What's wrong with me today? And integration with the European Union's power system. Plus, we'll be looking at what else is going across the planet. Okay, I could read that. Like this video to show your support, share the links and spread the word, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't to stay updated with our latest deep dives into global politics. And let's get started. Here we go. Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. Today I got beer. And I got some ham, so everything is delicious.
Beer and ham,
and well, I got some tomatoes and vegetables and stuff. It's if you just want to eat healthy and eat from the store, you can just have beer and ham and tomatoes and bread. Like, it's all good. Yeah,
fair enough. Okay, we're going to talk about the Baltic nations cutting off the power, but at first I was looking the other day, I'm going to try and make a case for simplicity in the connected world. So In an era where digital connectivity is not just an option but pervasive feature of daily life, there's a growing dissent against over-digitization of simple tasks. So I don't want my coffee machine to be online. I don't want to store my files on OneDrive. I don't want an app just to check my car's fluid levels. I don't want to scan a QR code to a menu. Did they always ask you that in a restaurant? About QR codes with menus?
I mean, sometimes
We always ask for a menu. It's like, no, give us a menu. Fuck off.
I used to find it really annoying until I figured out that the QR code menus are actually way more useful for me here, because if I open it up in Chrome, then I can automatically translate the page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to hand my location to Google before I get search results. I don't want every calendar invite to come with Teams link, and I don't want to juggle 50 different software subscriptions. I don't want to be upsold TurboTax Platinum Plus to audit protection. I don't want to install yet another WebEx plugin just to join a meeting. And I don't want my car's brake data analysed by insurances companies. And I don't want to chat with your AI bot. I don't want to install Instagram just to see a single picture. I don't want to give you my email just to read your website. And I don't want endless promo texts. I don't want to leave a 5-star Google review in exchange for a shot at a $20 Starbucks gift card. And I don't want to join your metaverse community. I don't want AI drafting my link in posts. In fact, I don't even want to use LinkedIn at all.
I made a profile, but I don't do jack shit on there.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So I'm just calling for simplicity in this hyper-connected world. It's not a rejection of technology, but a plea for technology that respects user autonomy, privacy, and simplicity. Consumers are advocating for products that work as expected without the need of constant connectivity, subscriptions, or digital handshakes. Why do you need a fridge that's connected to the internet? Why do you need a coffee maker that's connected to the internet?
So it can connect to my internet ham.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Anyway, so
how cool would that be, though?
Internet ham?
Yeah.
No.
Like eat ham and browse Facebook at the same time.
No, and I just, I just want to buy a product once and be left alone. That's it. With basic respect, that's it. I want to buy a product. I want to be left alone.
I mean, yeah.
Don't harass me.
That's when you run into the problem of if everything's implemented correctly, it can be fine. Like, I hate things that don't have an offline mode. Like, if my coffee maker, had the ability to connect to the internet and then make a bunch of crazy shit like a cocktail machine, cool, that's great. But if there's no internet connection, if it gets interrupted, I should still be able to do it offline, That solves that problem. But they fucking hate doing that for some reason.
Your doorbell's connected.
Right.
Your fucking vacuum cleaner's connected.
Well, but the thing is like, as long as it works while the connection is interrupted, fine. And then you also run into that subscription issue. Like, who was it that was it Audi that was going to...
BMW.
It was going to make you pay for the heated seats?
BMW.
Yeah.
Yeah, their cars now, they've all got subscription inside the cars for different things, options.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it is, exactly. I buy a product, I want to use it, leave me alone.
So what happens if I go into the car and I don't know, I just fucking take the wires and I just hook them up to the fucking cigarette lighter? What are you going to do now? Like... It's like, how are you gonna stop me? But I don't understand the pay for the heated seat subscription anyways. What was the idea there?
Yeah, but it's not only that. It's subscription for the heated seats, a subscription for different stuff on your radio and entertainment system. There's different your car power output. There's subscriptions for that, so you got different levels of power.
But then all you're doing is just limiting it if they don't pay.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're just holding a person's car hostage.
Yeah.
I
want to go back to one of those...
That shouldn't even be legal.
Those fucking 5-litre V8s with just a normal carburetor on top with a fucking air filter on top of it. That's it.
Well, I mean, that's always fun. I mean, you can't hate on the smell of gasoline, but I mean, how is that legal to hold parts of...
Because you're buying the car and you agree to the subscription model. It's like Tesla as well, the same thing. You get different options in your Tesla with different subscriptions and all that, and at any time they can switch them off.
Well, I mean, that's the same thing as like a mentally ill person, like subscribing to getting their dick cut off and getting fake titties.
Have a look at when you download an MP3, it says you don't own it, you're just fucking using it.
Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
I can stick it on as many blank CDs as I feel like. You can't stop me.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sure it says that on the iPhone as well. Anyway.
I like those old piracy commercials where it's like, you wouldn't download a house. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, I would.
If I could, I would. Yeah, I can do that straight away. I download several houses. Exactly. So there you go. So let's go back to simplicity with when you buy the product, you own the product, and that's it. I use a graphics program, Corel Draw, and then every month, do you want to upgrade? And because I've got, I used to have one for years, and then I upgraded to 2019 and 2019 and now they're constantly asking me to upgrade, but I don't need any upgrade, right? I use it for what I use it for. I don't need any of the new features. I don't need nothing. The same with Word, Excel. They're constantly asking me, do you want it? No, I own that one from 2000. It's fine. That's all. I just want to write something, do a spreadsheet. I don't need anything else.
Well,
stop harassing me.
I'm sure you can find different programs, though.
No, I bought them. I just can ignore them, motherfuckers.
No.
But, some programs now don't even work on Windows 11 unless you upgrade. So it's like, you motherfucker.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
Well, Microsoft makes you upgrade to the latest stuff, doesn't it? That's the problem. So anyway, let's get on with the show after my little rant on fucking that. I hate it. So, Baltic Blunder. There was a historic decision by Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania, some call them Chihuahua states, to disconnect from the Russian power grid. The Baltic states have cut their last electrical ties with Russia and Belarus, aiming to be energy independence and integration with the European Union's power system. However, this move has led to dramatic increases in energy prices. Something wrong with me tonight. Making the Baltic states some of the highest electricity.
We're just going to skip
that word. Highest electricity costs in the EU. Post-disconnection, electricity prices have reportedly spiked, with sources indicating 59.5% increase in just days, showcasing the immediate economic impact of this geopolitical decision. So what's the big deal?
Well, the big thing is obviously these countries' leaders do not care about
the disconnect. That's it.
That was it?
Yeah,
that was the whole thing?
That's them disconnecting.
Well, that was fucking gay.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna... Wait, people actually came to watch this?
Yeah.
Well, they're all fucking gay too. Like what?
Yeah.
Man.
And hang on. And
it's just a big I hate Russia show. It doesn't mean anything.
And of course, von der Leyen and all that was there in the building there. And listen to this.
This is already pretty gay. That was it? Why? Who's making these promotions?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't understand. Like, the EU wants to be so petty about this battle that they're not going to win.
They're like high school girls.
Yeah, well, it's at the cost of their own people, and now they're going to have to deal with the. I don't know. It's just not a good idea.
Yeah. So the traditional the disconnection from the Borel grid, that's Baltics, Russia, something, has served these nations well for decades and marks an abrupt end to beneficial energy exchanges with Russia and Belarus. Critics argue that this is more politically motivated than economically or technically justified. And Some see this as an alignment with EU political agendas, potentially at the cost of economic stability, as I've said before, and of skyrocketing prices, up 59.5% in mere days, making the Baltic states the most expensive electricity in Europe. Good on you. And the Baltic states no longer have access to relatively cheap electricity from Russia, which has been a stabilizing factor in their energy markets. And the hasty transition aligned with EU grid has led to significant infrastructure expenses, and those costs are now being borne by the customers. It cost 1.3 billion to move over. The EU paid them to do that, to build stuff to connect to the EU. The sudden shift has potentially caused market disruptions where the absence of Russian supply has left to price volatility, and there's a growing contact among the populace over the economic burden which this decision has placed on them, with questions about the wisdom of this geopolitical gamble. And so there you go. So the conclusion is, the decision by the Baltic states to disconnect from the Russian and Belarusian electricity grids is seen by some as a misguided step away from established beneficial relationships for the allure of EU integration, while the move was meant to promote energy sovereignty, as it instead led to immediate economic hardships and raised questions about the true benefits of such manoeuvres. The long-term implications remain uncertain, potentially affecting not just energy economics but also regional stability. So what do you think of the actual benefits of maintaining energy connections with Russia and Belarus now they've been lost?
Well, I just...
Because, for people out there, Belarus built a nuclear power plant close to Lithuania to supply them with cheap energy, and of course they've just disconnected from that.
Well, it's a classic shooting yourself in the foot scenario. I mean, this is exactly what Doge has been looking into with the USAID thing. You have turned it into where this Russia thing is more of a battle of pettiness than trying to help each other and trying to pay attention to the people that live in your country. And
well, those Baltic states, there's lots of people moving as it is, and this will just increase it now.
Well, but the problem that you have is that you're funneling all of this money away from Americans by using the USAID thing, and then you're funneling money from all of Europe into this EU thing, and you're paying it to then make propaganda to make you pay more and lose shit like cheap electricity and blah blah blah, all in the name of lining these people pockets and doing whatever it is that is the popular thing. And it's crazy how you see all of these countries that have all these leaders that they have to be all in cahoots with each other. Obviously they are. They're all connected. That's why every time that you see somebody that starts to get elected in a country that doesn't agree with switching over to this stuff, then they say, oh, that election is false, and then they try and put in this puppet president. And
Romania.
Right. And it just keeps on happening over and over again. And only once it happens to that country and those people realize that this is what they've been doing and you've been watching it, then they start to wake up. Like you see all the German people now, they're starting to all vote for that AfD party. Where
I saw a map today actually of the voting, and the West is still voting for the current parties, and it's just as the old East Germany, right, are voting for AfD. That's quite interesting. It's actually exactly down the line where the old East Germany is. They're voting for the AfD.
But I think that's because East Germany has been especially fucked over. You look at Berlin. When I went there, it's full of garbage. The only time that I saw German people, it was like, I don't know, they were like doing drugs. Like I saw one guy like filling up a balloon with nitrous and then did so much nitrous that he like passed out on the ground, and then people were like walking around him, and Like that was only like the only like young German person that I saw. And then when I saw like some German girls at the bar, they like sat down at my table and then told me that they were going to tell the barman that if I didn't get up that I was sexually harassing them after I was sitting there like an hour before they were. Yeah, so they stole my table by threatening to call the barman over for sexual harassment. The whole thing was so weird. I just told them, like, you guys are fucking weird. I put my drink down and I went up to the bar. And then I sat down with the bartender because the funny thing is I was actually having a great conversation with the guy before. I just sat down at the table because I was getting tired of talking. And I told him what happened. He was just like, yeah, happens here all the time. Don't worry about it. So, I don't know. It's just turned into like this Wild West situation where we talked about this on the show before. We lost quite a few Telegram subscribers for having a vote about it. This is what happens when you let the majority of women into politics. They don't care about politics. They don't care about anybody other than themselves. They just want to, as long as you have the latest handbag and the newest heels from what fucking bullshit ass company are you guys buying from? Prada or whatever? I don't fucking know. It's all gay as shit to me. Doesn't matter. But that's what they do. And it takes almost no effort to turn the majority of women across in your country against your neighbors. So as long as you promise them, oh, this cheaper electricity, yeah, fuck that. If you become part of the EU, we'll give you a designer handbag or some gay shit. I don't know. and that's what your president went ahead and did. Because I know, how many of those presidents are women over there?
Most of them.
Yeah, most of them. Hey, good job, guys.
Did you see on the Belarusian Polish border, the people that own businesses are complaining now to the government about losing millions because they've cut the borders off of Belarus from business and tourists.
They have the same problem in Finland.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all those places are empty and everybody's going bankrupt along Finnish border.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are having this petty war over, you don't even understand what the war is about because you want to deny that Russian descendants wanted to be part of Russia again, and then you run into this issue where you're funneling all this money to this guy that obviously doesn't give a fuck about his country, spending it on chateaus and mansions, and I mean, where does it stop? It just seems like, how can you be so blind to everything? It has to be intentional at some point, and obviously it is. It's the classic question of how much money does it take to make somebody betray their own people? And, well, as an American, I guess our biggest traitor is Benedict Arnold. Who do you say in Australia? Who is that for you? You ever have a big traitor in Australia? No. What about the UK? George Washington?
George Washington. Maybe, yeah. I'm not sure about the UK. I'm sure there is some.
But the thing is I don't know. You look at the difference between then and now.
Don't forget Australia's only 200 plus years old.
Well, America's not much older, but the thing is...
1788 is when we first got settled.
Oh, that's, I guess, 200 years after us.
1776 is when you signed a...
Well, yeah, but there were people living there for as colonies a long time before that.
Exactly.
But no, I think even when you look back at that, America's biggest traitor was Benedict Arnold. He wasn't doing it for the money. He thought that he was doing what was correct, and I mean, at least there's still some honor involved with that. It's not like they were paying him over with hey, Benedict Arnold, I'll give you a Lamborghini if you tell me where the George Washington's troops are, Like, now it's as simple as, let me give you some money or a car or, maybe you want some bitches on a boat or whatever. I'll give you a pallet of prime energy drinks if you talk about this on your channel. You know, say, oh, you should cut off the electricity from Russia. I'll give you $10. They'll do it. It's easy to get anybody to do whatever you want now. All these fucking TikTok people.
Exactly. We'll say that and we'll give you 1 million views. Oh, okay, I'll do it straight now.
Right. It's just I don't know. People are completely shameless now, and that's like when people talk about, oh, OnlyFans is fine because that's their choice, that's their money, and if people want to give them the money and blah blah blah. How much does it take to sell your dignity, to sell your countrymen away, to just give everything away? At what point do you stop? You know, like if I offer one of those people, like, I'll give you $2 billion if you lay down on the railroad tracks. Are they going to do it? Even though they know that they're going to die, are they going to do it? They might. It seems like they don't think about the consequences of anything else. I mean, otherwise, why would you turn off the electricity like we showed on TV? It's just...
Why would you cut the borders off?
Yeah. You're literally cutting yourself off from potential supplies, visitors, relations.
Mm-hmm.
It's just astounding. And to side with countries that absolutely do not share your ideals at all. You know, do you think Finland has any common with England or Spain, or why are you in the EU together?
Yeah, I don't know why they joined NATO, because there was no threat to them at all. It never has been since the 40s.
Just to, I don't know. Because I don't think NATO is what it's claiming to be anyway.
Well, do you see the one from Elon today, the tweet? He's saying that needs to be audited and disbanded because it's an old organisation that needs to go.
The only point behind NATO is to bully other countries. Like, it doesn't really make sense. Oh. Like when Egypt was having all those issues.
If the EU wants their own army, they should have their own army.
Like when Egypt was having those problems where they had that civil war, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then NATO was in there?
Oh, Libya as well, NATO was there.
Why? NATO is more
NATO was in Afghanistan too.
Yeah, why? These are countries where NATO was formed because of World War II.
And the Warsaw Pact.
Right. And then...
Well, actually, the Warsaw Pact came after the NATO.
And then NATO just goes everywhere around the world and suddenly they have to deal with everything?
Yeah, now they want a Asian NATO.
What the fuck is that?
With Japan and all that.
Why?
Contains China.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Why does I don't know, why does Japan think that China even cares about them? Japan is an island country and you have nothing. You have no resources that China could want. Your whole country is fucked up. It's about to be no people, and it's just going to be a bunch of giant fucking buildings and stuff that nobody wants to deal with. Like, you're about to be an empty fucking nothingness.
Earthquake-prone empty nothingness.
China is just going to wait until all of you die, and then they're going to use you as a vacation island. That's your current fate.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like there's no imminent threat. You just have to wait.
Oh, look at Australia. They're buying nuclear submarines off America, right?
I didn't know about that.
Okay, so this will blow you out. So they're buying nuclear submarines off America to secure their shipping trade routes, right? Mm-hmm. Right, to their main trading partners, which is China. But they're getting the submarines in case China stops the trade or the trade routes. I don't understand.
That's why it doesn't make any sense.
No,
it's just
see? There you go.
It's circular logic everywhere.
Yeah. So they're securing their trade routes with their major trading partner in case their mating trading partner.
Well, it seems like
trading.
they make it very obvious that they're playing both sides.
And those submarines can't be used on the Australian continental shelf because it's too shallow, so they've got to go out of Australia and go deep. So, and they're not carrying nuclear weapons anyway. They're just going to be conventional weapons on them.
Then what the fuck is the point?
To give you guys, Americans, fucking billions of dollars. That's what the point is.
Well, at least you'll have some...
They just gave a $500 million payment this week.
You'll have some fancy cocaine submarines, I guess.
Yeah.
But they play both sides of everything. And, I don't know, they don't even try to hide it. It's really weird. I don't understand how people don't see that everything that's in front of you, they tell you what you want to hear, and then they're telling the other people what they want to hear at exactly the same time. And if you take 2 seconds to think about it, of what they're saying and what the ramifications are, instead of just listening to party lines and, well, Tucker Carlson said this. Like, I think he's funny sometimes, whatever, but you gotta listen to the guy. I mean, like I said, I watched him stick a bunch of fucking fatty cake bullshit snacks into a shopping cart and then say, well, this is what I'm going to eat here in Russia. Yeah, that didn't make any fucking sense. And he says some things that do make sense, though. Or, got that Candace Owens bitch. Sometimes she makes sense, but other times, I mean, she says some dumb fucking shit. But same thing with Rachel Maddow and that Piers Morgan fucking retard. And I don't know. Like, you sit here and you watch all this shit, and it surprises me every day. How do you have people that they sit here and they only listen to one thing? They only watch one side. And everyone that's older than in grade school, you know, there's my side, there's their side, and then there's the truth. And that's just a basic thing. In reality, there's so much more than that. You have to look at things from every direction. You people don't gather enough information. And probably I'm not a very good place to collect it from either.
A lot of people are low information people.
Mm-hmm. But that's why everything is entertainment, you know? Like, I don't know what I'm talking about more than most other people do. And, like, to be honest, I just sit here and I read too much shit, and then I drink beer and eat snacks and yell at a microphone for 2 hours. And that's the thing that, sorry, as much as you like to watch Fox News or CNN or whatever gay shit you guys watch overseas, BBC, big black cocks or whatever, you guys sit there and you watch that fucking shit, all your fucking money gets stolen from you, so that way you can have this fucking news station with a ridiculous fucking acronym. And, like, why don't they change that? Like, why do they keep that?
Because it's the British Broadcasting.
Yeah, but we all know what the acronym is.
Yeah, I know, but they came.
It's too late.
I think the British Broadcasting Corporation came first.
So it's just too late. You can't change it.
No, they won't change it.
Okay.
Well, USAID were giving them money as well.
Probably because, I don't know, like they want to import all these people, and they were like, you know what would be funny is if we gave all this money to this place that has an acronym that stands for Big Black Cocks.
Yeah, maybe. did you you know how America's having problems with illegals?
It has been for what now?
No, for a while. But here's listen to this one from the UK where this person on GB News is saying what the illegals get when they come to the UK.
Absolutely mental things that you, the British taxpayer, are funding for illegal immigrants. Are you ready? So we all know that when they break into Britain, they get new clothes and shoes, they get free accommodation, some of it 4-star hotels, they can get priority access to social housing, they get mobile phones, they have access to on-site GPs, private healthcare and dentistry. If they have children, then they can get a free education. And if they have any trouble understanding exactly how much free stuff you're giving them, then we'll throw in an interpreter and they can be told this glorious news in their own language. Of course, if there is ever any issue with all of this, or we dare to detain any of them, then they also get free legal representation from a group of, in my view, traitorous lawyers who will then just take a cut of the whopping great big compensation payment their illegal migrant clients inevitably get. But it gets worse. And again, I ask, are you ready? We are paying for illegal immigrants to learn how to become nightclub DJs. Croydon, a council placed into special measures with £500 million of unpaid debt, is sending your money to help make illegal migrants DJs. And with that, I present to you DJ Madapasa.
Hey, he's pretty good.
Stuff. From the deck of a small boat to the decks of Glastonbury Festival. Now, DJ Madapasa probably shouldn't drink alcohol, which means that he can drive to all of his gigs, which is just as well, because in Oxfordshire, taxpayers are paying for illegal immigrants to have driving lessons and take their driving test. Obviously, being a DJ is a high-stress job, so you'll need to decompress. Just as well that some local councils are now paying for illegal immigrants to take yoga classes. Bristol Council, which faces 53 million quid in required savings, spent £270,000 of Home Office grants taking migrants to football matches as well. They are being given free PlayStations. Now, I googled it earlier, and apparently a Sony PlayStation 5 Pro is £700. Parents save up all year and still can't afford that for their own kids, and we give stuff like that to illegals. Cardiff Council is teaching illegals circus skills. I reckon they've already got quite good at that, because we know loads of them can juggle having one family abroad and one here in Britain, and loads of them know how to do a disappearing act, don't they? But guess what? If you decide that you want to complain about the fact that a young man who has just broken into your country is getting a free phone, clothes, house, education, healthcare, dentistry, driving lessons, legal advice, PlayStation, tickets to the football and a spot of yoga at the weekends, well, that young illegal immigrant will report you to the police for a hate crime, because Labour councils are now training asylum seekers on how to report hate crimes.
Oh, wow.
In Essex, the police, who obviously don't have any proper crimes to solve, went and ran a training day so newly arrived Afghans can learn how to recognise a hate crime and report it. Interesting, isn't it? Because there have been multiple allegations of some migrants harassing young schoolgirls. So perhaps the police could focus on that. I mean, you can see it now, can't you, in those yoga classes that I mentioned earlier. OK, class, we're doing 2 of your favourite poses today. We start with the illegal entry, and then gently move into the low lunge towards a girl in school uniform. I mean, if you wonder what illegal immigrants get for free in Britain, imagine everything you can think of, then add a few more things onto that list as well. Nuts, isn't it?
There you go.
Well, to be fair, America has been doing all the same things for a very long time. And it's not just illegal immigrants in America. I mean, I went to a music recording school. A very expensive music recording school. It was over a $100,000 a year program. And I had it for free because I was in the Army. And, you know, it's part of the Yellow Ribbon and GI Bill and blah, blah, blah. So every possible organization that it could be there to make it free for the veterans it was. But all of my classmates either had a lot of money or they were black. And yeah, of course the black people are going there for free. $100,000 a year program so that way they can go make fucking well, one time I was in class and me and some of my Mexican-American classmates, we made our own music and put a lot of time and effort into it, and it was really good. I mean, like, I even had it mastered by a professor at a different school, and, like, it could be released. Like, we're talking, it's that kind of level of song. And, you know, I played the trumpet on it, and my friend played the guitar, and then he played another guitar, and then his brother played a 12-string guitar. That was cool. I've never seen anybody play a 12-string guitar in person before, so that was fucking sick. And they sang in it on the song in Spanish, which was also awesome because they're from Texas. They're not really Mexican. I mean, they're of Mexican heritage, but I mean, they're Texans, and so they were still trying to learn Spanish too. Like, they're not even that good at speaking it, so they had to do a bunch of work to figure out how to sing it and blah blah blah. It took us a whole month to make the song from start to finish, and we didn't get the best grade in the class somehow, even though everybody except for our teacher was a white lady that lived in Oakland, California for like 10 years. Do you know anything about Oakland, California, Dave?
Go ahead.
Please, I want to hear it from your side. You know anything about it?
No, I don't.
So that is the Bay Area outside of San Francisco. That is the you drive through Oakland, everything has bars on the windows. That's where the Raiders used to be. You know, people are very famous for getting stabbed in the stands, and people are dying at Raiders games. And the Oakland Athletics, I don't even know if they're there anymore. I think they left too. Because that city is fucking awful. It's just full of black people. And I know it from firsthand experience because my grandmother was a teacher there. She worked at Oakland Tech High School. And, like, I met Marshawn Lynch, like, when I was a kid. Like, he was in my grandmother's class because my grandma taught special education. And guess who ends up in the special education classes because they don't know how to read? Black kids. So, like, I know some people, and
well, some of the states now are dropping reading and writing. And a few other things for passing.
Because otherwise you can't get these people out of school. And then it says that they don't have a degree, and then it's racist to show that black people don't graduate and blah blah blah. And but the point is I don't know, like they get the Obama phones, they get the free food, they get free apartments, they get, you know, if you have a bunch of kids, like, you get free healthcare and free, even more free food, and you have all these community programs for them, and it's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And your tax money is going towards this all the time. When I went to the university, the lady that lived inside of that city, the teacher lived in Oakland, you know, gave our song, like, she was like, oh, I'll give you an 88% because my friend didn't mix it that well. Like, his was a different version. I didn't think it wasn't my vision for the song, but it was good. But in my opinion, I wouldn't have done it like that. And she gave him an 88, and then she gave me a 90%. And guess what song in the class got the highest one? It was one of those mumble rap bullshit songs. And that lady, I seen her smoking outside because I was smoking a cigarette outside, and you know, most of the other people there at school can't because they raised the smoking age to 21 in America. She pulls out a fucking pack of Newports, and then as soon as I knew that was my teacher, I was like, oh fuck. If you ever see a white bitch smoke Newports in America, just stop fucking talking to her. It's not worth it. Don't do it.
Very liberal. Right.
As soon as they pull out fucking Newport menthols, you run away quickly. Do not associate with them. And yeah, I mean, but that's the big issue in America, because you see, you know, I can't tell you how many times I've been in an apartment building, an apartment complex where, like, I used to live in one where the whole apartment, like, you got like crackheads walking around, you got people selling drugs, they're shooting each other and shit, and like, they're getting free apartments, and those people that are getting free apartments, they're driving around like fucking brand new Dodge Chargers and Challengers, and how the fuck do you afford that? It's because you're selling drugs and you're fucking stealing shit, and like, I can't have that. I have to pay fucking $2,000 a month for a shitty fucking apartment, so I have to live next to you? Like, fuck that. And I had to do all this in the Army so I could have free college just for you to get it fucking handed to you? And then you're going to go to these fucking music studios, and guess who's going to get the job when they apply? Not me. They're going to give it to fucking Shaniqua or whatever, because you need diversity in your fucking music studio.
Got the same problem in Australia. When I grew up, we went through high school, and the people I knew of a certain colour, they dropped out, and then I did university to do computing, and then I got a job and did computing, and then they bypassed all that and just were given a job at computing. Just like, well,
but that's because they don't have to work. Whether they actually have a job or they sit at home, it's made sure that they're compensated and taken care of.
yeah. Well, they dropped out at high school at like third grade, year 3. Or what's that?
Junior year.
Yeah, junior year. Anyway, so it happens everywhere, unfortunately.
It'd be 11th grade for us.
Yeah, so, no, it was year 10 for them. Because we go 10, 11, and 12. So.
We have 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, we have 9, 10, 11, 12, but they dropped out at 10. So there you go. It happens in Australia as well.
That'd be a sophomore.
Yeah, so it's not very unfortunate, but there you go. And then that same person decided after a few years didn't want to do computing and just decided to do medical, which they helped him with, and now he's a doctor.
What kind of doctor does he do?
Don't know. It just shows you to keep away from all doctors.
Yeah, just don't go to the doctor in Australia.
Yeah.
There's a small chance you might end up with that guy.
Well, most of them these days are Indians as well.
Oh yeah, fucking Dr. Rashid or whatever.
Yeah,
that's always fun.
Like in the UK, I'm not being racist. That's just a fact.
Well, they do it in America too.
Yeah.
Like, the VA has like very, very bad doctors. Like, if you work at the VA, it's because nobody else will hire you. And I remember my last doctor. It was some lady that some sort of brown. I don't know exactly what kind. And she wore some sort of like head turban thing. I don't even know what she was. And like that's who you're gonna have work with the Vietnam veterans and Gulf War veterans, and that does not seem like a good idea. Just throwing that out there. You're gonna have her work with the 80-year-old man that's seen shit in like 3 different continents, and you're gonna give him the brown lady with the head turban or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, because it's like she wasn't even wearing like it wasn't like the burqa or whatever or whatever the Muslim stuff is. It was something else. I have no idea what that was. The lady would wear the same thing all the time. I have no idea. Like, normally I have some pretty advanced educated racism. You have to know who you're talking about in order to effectively talk shit, and that's why I can't even talk shit about her, because I don't know what she was. It's very rare that I have that happen. I don't know what it was. Who is Let Me Look?
The Wizard.
Oh, that's the Wizard. He
changed his background to a wizard background.
Did he?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
He did from what movie? Lord of the Rings? Did he do Lord of the Rings?
I don't know. No, it looks like a medieval laboratory.
Oh, okay. Well, so I guess he's an alchemist.
Yeah. So there you go. And Andrew didn't want to come on tonight, nor did Steve.
Well, after Andrew's kind words last time.
Yes.
Maybe he can take a short break.
Yes. In the corner. Go to the corner, Andrew. So. News on the guys that are coming. They're coming on the 25th of February, so we'll get them in on a day or so after that, and then we'll get them in to come in before they leave to let us know what it was like here.
Okay.
So it'll be 2 of that.
That will be fun for me.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, also, if you watched crypto today, that was fun.
What happened?
It dipped down to like Bitcoin went all the way down to like 94,000 again.
It's still down?
I think it started to go back up.
I need to buy some because I got to give you some.
Well, I ended up here. I'm turning on my my VPN right now.
Excuse me, I'm just buying some some Bitcoin while we're talking.
Right. You'll have to look, but I think it already started to go back up again.
Still got to buy it. Doesn't matter.
My VPN isn't connecting to shit. No, I don't want fucking Singapore. And my VPN keeps on connecting to Singapore. And they have to have the worst goddamn fucking servers I've ever seen.
There you go. I've just bought some Bitcoin, everybody. on air.
Well, what I did was ooh, good call. Yeah, I switched all of my Bitcoin over to, well, not all of it, but a big portion of it, to XRP. And I just
Do you see they're going to hack the wallets of people that haven't been using it? Like, what's the guy that started it again?
Oh, like the Tashimoto or whatever.
Yeah. And they're going to put the Bitcoins back into circulation.
But they shouldn't do that. They should just straight up fucking burn it. Don't put it back into circulation. By putting it back into circulation, what he means is, I'm gonna keep some of that, and then, but he shouldn't do that.
100 billion worth in that wallet.
I mean, if he wants to be fun about it, you know, like if it's $100 billion, like they say, keep $1 billion and then burn the rest of it and then make everybody rich. It'd be like Robin Hood.
Oh, anyway, they're thinking about another wallets as well that haven't been used. They're thinking about doing that.
But I ended up, I converted. I had like $1,600 sitting around in Bitcoin, and I converted $1,000 of it over to XRP.
Yeah, that's supposed to be going up soon.
Well, it just started going up again. So now I've got let me see here. I have almost 540 XRP.
You got more than me now.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
So I'm waiting for XRP to hit it big, and then
did it go down today?
It did. Yeah, it had a big dip today. Everything had a big dip today.
Yeah, well, I saw something about it, XRP, something like also their US financial problems have stopped as well, their court case.
Yeah, the SEC.
Oh, yeah, it's gone down a bit, isn't it? 1.97. Fucking hell, it's gone down a huge bit.
Yeah, because I bought it, I got it while it was like 237 or something. The lowest point it hit today was 233.
You're down at 188 today. £1.88. Cool.
So, yeah, I mean,
that other one I bought, that Dogecoin has gone up again, so...
Well, everything that I read says that XRP is designed so that way.
It's on Swift as well now.
Well, that's the thing, is it's supposed to replace Swift. So, the more banks adopt it, the more the demand will raise for it, and then they're saying that they think it could get to, $100 a token, $10,000 a token, $100,000 a token, $1 million a token, a bunch of crazy shit. I keep on seeing people write all this dumb stuff. And I tried asking somebody about it, and he's just like, I have no idea, but I made a fuckload of money off of it, and I'm still buying more, and like I'm still gonna keep on holding on to it, so I don't know. I see a lot of people are throwing money into there, so if it replaces all the electronic payment systems in the world, that's going to get stupidly big.
Yeah, it is. We're not financial experts, so don't take any.
I'm not an expert at anything. I'm retarded.
Yeah, exactly. Don't listen to us. We're just gambling. Okay. So we've done the power thing. Have you noticed the US companies are not... we'll go through some of the news, what's going around. US companies are not yet shown any interest in mining in Greenland, despite Trump's statements about their interest in the island's resources. So the US companies aren't interested at the moment.
Wow.
And the Keith Kellogg's Daughter Foundation provides aid to Ukraine. It's a bit of a conflict of interest there. You know, his guy that's doing the negotiations.
Interesting.
Oops. And Ukraine resells American weapons supplied to it to the Mexican drug cartels operating on the border. Tucker Carlson said that, but we've already seen video of the drug cartels with anti-tank weapons and...
well, the army was already having, like, sergeants and stuff that were from Mexico go ahead and steal stuff and fucking give it to them. They've been getting shit for a long time.
Yeah, but these are actually the ones from Ukraine they're getting.
They might be, but, I mean, they've been getting it for a while anyways, so...
And the Z from China has accepted an invitation to participate in the 80th anniversary at the Victory Parade in Moscow, May 9th. So he's going.
Cool.
The Americans should send some troops to march there.
Why?
Because it's the 80th anniversary, they should do it. That would go a long way, fixing relationships.
You wouldn't be able to do that.
Why?
No. You would have to make like a special task force, and it would have to be certain people, because when I was in the army, even the one time that I accidentally met some Russians, like at the bar right outside of the army base in Korea, yeah, they wanted me to fill out like a foreign contact report sheet. I was like, what am I supposed to report on? They were speaking Russian. We got really drunk at the bar, and it's funny because we were playing a game of pool together, and this is well before I even thought about coming here. And yeah, they were drunk. They were fucking trashed. I was trashed, and they didn't speak English, and I didn't speak Russian. And it took us like over an hour to figure out that we were speaking different languages, because we were just playing pool and laughing and getting drunk as fuck, and like, I don't know, like they looked like me, so I didn't know they were Russian.
They just spoke Russian. Just bought some XRP while we're talking.
Oh, he has to buy more than me. That's
yes,
what he
exactly.
Wants.
Yeah. I've got XRP envy. Okay.
I'm gonna have to look again now and see what I can do.
Yeah. On air, keep upping our XRP. Where we go? Have you seen the EU countries with access to the Baltic Fleet are now developing legal measures that would allow them to carry out mass detentions of vessels belonging to Russian Shadow Fleet? Their tankers. They're going to start seizing them, or think they're going to start seizing them.
Why?
Because they want to make the Baltic a NATO pond, and they don't want Russia to use it at all. I think that's what it comes down to.
Well, I mean, this is like when they kept on bragging about, like, on the news, we just stole this Russian oligarch's yacht. Why? What is that? Oh, because of sanctions, we just stole this $1 billion yacht. Okay. What does that have to do with that, and why are you stealing this guy's shit?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just legalized theft at some point.
Yeah, one of them that owned Chelsea Football Club, he had to sell it. The UK forced him to sell it.
How is that even legal? It shouldn't be.
Yeah, well, welcome to the West.
It's classic. Okay, when I do it, it's a war crime when you do it.
Yeah. I see Friedrich Merz, candidate for the Chancellor of Germany from the conservative SDU/CSU bloc, has called for the supply of Taurus long-range cruise missiles to Ukraine.
What?
Yeah. So that guy who's running for Chancellor wants to supply Ukraine with long range cruise missiles.
Why? So they can just cruise missile Moscow? That's all they want.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. And I posted this the other day. Latvian Interior Minister urges residents of the Republic to refrain from travelling to Russia and Belarus, as Riga may close the eastern border of the country within hours in case of escalation. What escalation?
Oh, I saw that.
What escalation?
Yeah, because like, what are they talking about?
What escalation?
And like when they shut off the electricity, Russia can't hold this over our heads, and they can't make threats anymore.
But they never did.
Yeah, but they didn't make any in the first place. So like, it's the way that they word stuff. It's like, you were threatening, and you wanted to turn it off. We're not gonna buy your electricity. Oh, we can close the borders in case of escalation because they're the ones that want to escalate. It's very clear what they're saying, but people just hear what they want to hear. And I don't know. I think a lot of people know that in the West, like, you guys haven't seen here. You haven't been here. You haven't experienced it. From people back home in America, they don't even know what Belarus is. And then once they start to find out about it, they think probably these people live in fucking mud huts or something, like fucking Africans. And then you start to show them stuff, and they're like, why does that look nicer than America? Because it is. Fuck you. Like, you guys have fucking strip malls and fucking, I don't know, what is it, Hibbett Sports and fucking...
Yeah, I showed people in the UK and Australia, well, they go, oh, it looks really nice there.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful here. America's full of fucking garbage and brown people. Like, good job.
Maybe we should start next show doing like a little, because I've got tons of video everywhere from places and drones. We just do a little 5-minute thing of different places all the time. Start showing the place.
Yeah, I mean, man, it's crazy. Like, it's so nice here. Like, especially in America. Like,
I've only got one complaint here.
What's that?
Getting money into the country is such a fucking pain. That's the main thing.
It's not their fault, though.
No, it's not their fault, but it's such a fucking pain. It's really annoying.
And then they have to limit us even further because CIA douchebags keep on doing dumb shit here.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. But, in America, you don't really have old architecture.
You know what they should do is here. Oh, no, interrupting. If you live here and you've got cards that you use, say, in America U, right? You should be able to go into your bank and register those cards, and then you should have free reign because they know who you are, blah, 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 blah. That would be a better system.
That's fair.
Yeah, that'd be right. Yeah.
But the only banks that don't have like a big out-your-ass fee are like Belarus Bank and Prayer Bank or whatever.
Alpha Bank's huge fee. Alpha Bank.
Yeah, Alpha Bank has a huge fucking fee. But Alpha Bank is the only one that's really easy to get a fucking account at.
Oh, for you?
Uh-huh.
No.
Because I don't have permanent residency and I don't have like a wife or so.
You have to get one or the other.
Right.
Or both.
Probably both. Working on that. But you know how that
Well,
goes.
we've got a guest on Sunday coming in. He's an American, and what's his name again?
Ed.
Ed is coming in on Sunday. Why don't I remember that? Ed is coming on Sunday, and he's here, and he's got a visa to live here, so he'll go through what it's like here as well. Something different, which will be interesting. So that's on Sunday. We've got that. So.
Well, and that's another totally different perspective because he's an older guy, like 60, and he's been dating a girl for a while, and I think they're gonna get married.
Belarusian?
Mm-hmm. She's like 40, so I think he said
Sounds familiar.
he wanted to possibly have a kid with her. I don't know how that's gonna work at that age, but we'll see how that goes.
You can do that.
Well, it's what's the word that they use for it? It's like what what's the word when like a older woman has a pregnancy? It's a hold on.
Trouble.
Hold on. I have to find it because I don't know. I don't know how it'll be in we'll just see once you hear it.
Anyway, while you're doing that, also the news is the Ukrainians are leaving Poland for Germany en masse because the Polish people don't like them here going in.
It's a geriatric pregnancy is what it's called.
Why?
Because if you're close to menopause, and like if you're over a certain age, like after like a woman turns 30, like there's already a huge increased risk for pregnancy, right? Huge risk. It changes your whole body. It changes your bone structure. It changes your hormones, your brain, like everything. Like that's why women are designed to have children when they're young. And then everything that we're doing here in the West is to convince women, oh, don't have children until you're sure that everything is financially secure and you have all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then they keep on moving the goalposts. That way you could never get settled. You can never do anything. And then you have all these people that they're importing and all these people that don't give a fuck that are living like 30 fucking people into an apartment where they're still fucking and making kids, and they're just outpacing you because they don't give a fuck. Like, they're doing what their bodies are telling them to, and we're doing what our wallets tell us to. So you're just letting yourself get fucked over on that one.
Yeah, true.
Like, I mean, you're supposed to, I don't know, like, my mom had me when she was like 20. Like, that's pretty fucking normal if you ask me. Like, isn't it weird to have a kid at like, your first kid at like 35, 40 years old? Like, what the fuck were you doing for 15 years, Like, should have had that kid 15 years ago. You'd almost be done with that kid by now. It'd be going to college soon. You'd be thinking about filling out fucking college applications.
Yeah, money's the issue with most people these days. Having kids is too expensive.
Well, stop caring about money so much, It's
Yeah, but it's easy for some people, say, if they've got a bit of money, but some people, it's very difficult.
Sure, but I mean, like,
why? So you end up living poorly, and also then your kid lives poorly as well.
Well, at least you got kids. And even if you live poorly, you're still living better than a fucking King Louis or whatever. So,
okay.
I mean, even the poorest person now, you're living a better life than somebody 500 years ago. At least you don't have to go outside to shit, and your house is warm. Like, what else can you ask for?
Yeah, well,
if you're bored, I don't know. Like, you don't need TV. Go play some fucking cards or something, you poor ass bitch.
A lot of people in the UK can't even afford heating anymore.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the problem, isn't it? It's just becoming too expensive even to just buy food or heating these days, just for normal people.
But if you're poor, like, and you go down to the government assistance office, they won't heat your house so you don't die.
No.
Only if you're brown.
In England, they've just taken the heating off the old people to save money. The heating.
How is that legal?
Well, it's just they decided not to fucking pay them the extra money for the heating for winter, so they could save a couple billion. But as you saw, they're giving billions for these illegal immigrants, or giving billions to Ukraine.
Well, that's just because it's intentional. I mean,
of course, they want to get rid of the old people so they don't have to pay the pensions. Get rid of that bill as well.
Well, you keep on seeing, man, I saw this black pastor that was talking about how sometimes you have to get violent and you have to fight these white people and blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, you don't gotta fight shit. Like, nobody wants to fight you. Like, sorry, like, white people currently in Western countries, y'all are just rolling over. You're fucking taking it in the ass and you're not saying shit about it. Like, I don't know. Do some more shit. Quit being pussies. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, if you don't fight for what you believe in, you don't fight for your country, I don't know, do you even deserve it? It's an honest question. I mean, you look at what's happening to England. Do you guys even like your country? If you don't want it, I mean, am I supposed to feel bad for you? Like, if you just give it up so easily, am I supposed to? But that was the whole point in, like, why America became America, was because we didn't like the crown. We didn't like having to do all that dumb shit, and eventually we ended up turning into you again. But for a while, you know, we kept all this dumb shit from happening to us. Also, you know what? This whole episode is supposed to be about you know, Baltic power and stuff, and we didn't talk about the biggest thing. Why aren't we doing nuclear power? It's basically unlimited and it's fucking free.
Belarus is, and they're about to build another one.
I know, but why isn't everybody doing it everywhere? Why are you wasting precious resources on something that you can do with a big glowing stick that boils water for free?
Because people are scared of it.
Stop being pussies. I just ranted about that, about defending your country. Stop being a pussy about electricity too. If everybody makes a bunch of fucking nuclear power, as long as you don't, like...
They need to get away from what they're doing now and use thorium, so it's less chance of overheating.
Well, sure, but I mean, like build the facilities correctly, do everything the right way. I mean, but if you switch everybody to nuclear power, then I wouldn't bitch about electric cars, you know? If it's all coming from nuclear power, then fine. Like, then an electric car makes sense.
No, I still wouldn't have an electric car, ever.
Well, the battery's still a little dumb, but...
And the charging.
Well, sure.
Plus, they can switch it off at any
But
time.
I'm talking about if we have unlimited electricity from all these glowing fucking sticks that boil water magically. You try showing this to a fucking Victorian child. You know? You ever seen that meme?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Try. Everybody's always talking about, you know, feed a Victorian child Pop Rocks and see what happens to them. Why don't you try explaining nuclear power, and then, to top it off, why don't you explain why we don't use it?
It'll be magic for them.
It's magic, and then tell them why you don't do the magic. Oh, these one guys fucked it up this one time.
Not one time. A few times now.
Well, you got 3 Mile Island in New York, but that's because, you know, they cut a lot of fucking corners on that one. And then you had, in the USSR, you have Chernobyl, and...
There may be another one before that as well.
What was the other one?
Oh, it's a bit quiet, but there's probably another one before that. But, you know, keep going.
Well, and then you got that one in Japan.
Fukushima.
Yeah. You know that place that has earthquakes all the time?
And tsunamis.
Right. That was not a good idea. Sorry.
Yeah, but you got to put them next to water. That's the problem with these ones. You need to use those salt ones. Use salt for cooling.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, like you have to put them next to water and
salt.
stuff.
Yeah, but if you use molten salt with these new ones, you don't need water.
Wait, what? Molten salt?
Yeah, to cool it. Yeah.
Can I like eat this salt
No.
afterwards? No. Would it be like glowing salt?
No.
No.
And they've got a plug as well, like an ice plug, and then if it overheats, the plug goes and all the molten salt comes out, and it just turns itself off.
Oh.
They're much more safer, but you need to move that way away from the old ones.
Well, I mean, we're almost done with it's fission, right?
And you should use thorium as well. Fusion's never going to happen.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
No. Never.
No?
Nope. Not until they get AI to go. Until they get AI to go smarter than humans, then maybe. Because they're always 10 years off fusion. Always 10 years off.
I thought they were getting really close, though.
No, they only can get it going for like a few milliseconds. That's it. It's never going to happen.
Why does it stop?
Because they can't keep it going.
Like they just can't make a chain reaction?
Can't keep it going.
Well, either way, you're burning wood, you're burning coal, you got all these stupid fucking bird and whale killing wind machines, and
it's Nothing wrong with hydrocarbons. Just use hydrocarbons.
Sure, but when you have the ability to use something that you know,
Put more CO2 in the air, warm the planet. It's better for the plants, better for us.
it's also true. It's really fucking cold here right now.
The planet's been the coldest for a long time.
But
It needs to go back where it was when it's 4 or 5 degrees hotter.
it's true. It's true.
And every time there's been a huge increase in the warmth and CO2, there's been an explosion of life on the planet.
True.
Every time.
But
And we're in a CO2 deficit as well. Need to have more.
nuclear power is so easy.
Yeah.
Once you set it up correctly.
They should just use the new one, the new type. Use thorium instead of uranium.
I mean, all you have to do is
They
you just
they had that choice in the 50s to go either way, but they decided the uranium way because you can make weapons out of that.
Is that why they picked that?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, the only reason.
You guys are assholes.
If they'd used the thorium one, it would have been better. And thorium's more plentiful as well.
Could have had flying electric cars and hoverboards.
And less waste, radioactive waste, with thorium.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then why aren't we switching?
Oh, they're looking at it now, I think. I think China's got the first one running, I think, or we're about to.
Interesting.
Mm.
Why? What's the half-life on it? Shorter or longer?
Much shorter. Like hundreds of years, not thousands.
Oh. But is that good or bad?
And it doesn't produce a lot of it.
But wouldn't that heat
I'll
up
I'll look into it for the next show.
I think that would heat up the water faster because you would have the
Still does the same thing.
Sure, but so basically
All
you'd
power
have to
stations, no matter what it is, hydrocarbons or nuclear, whatever, or still do the same thing. They still heat the water, do the steam.
Well, what I'm saying is I think that it would release a larger amount of energy from a smaller amount of material.
Hmm.
So
I'll have a look into it before we.
yeah, I think you'd have to be a little more careful with it.
Don't know.
Like you wouldn't want to make a rod the same size, because then you're gonna have too much heat and. But the thing is
Speaking of, completely slightly, got a guest coming up in March. This guy has got a theory that all those walls that you've seen in Peru and Japan and all that are cast, right? He's got a book, which I'm reading now, and he has agreed to come on the show. And he's made his first cast of, looks like granite. Well, it's granite. But he melted it, mixed it up together, and let it go solid again and cool down, and it looks exactly like granite.
Oh, and that's the guy that, he builds walls out of rock.
Not yet. He's only just doing this. He's just showing it. It's a proof of concept. So anyway, he's going to come on the show in March. He's going to Egypt in the next few weeks, and then he's going to come on the show.
In person.
Via Zoom.
Oh.
So if you want to read the book, I can lend it to you.
Well, I'm more of asking because I would like to see him perform this process.
Oh, he's got videos he's doing now of it.
But I mean, I would like to watch him.
Could have done that if the rock was solid. The rock was obviously soft when they did it.
In the earth.
Yeah, well, there's some way of... Anyway, we'll see. A guest in March. We're going to have him.
Have you ever been to a rock quarry?
Yeah.
Like, we used to go swimming in one when I was a kid.
Yeah, we got one near us.
Like, they dug out the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that,
No, but these, the walls where they're interlocked like a jigsaw puzzle. In
Right.
Peru and all that. That's what he's talking about. They're not just like cut out with stone tools or whatever. They're put there and cast.
What about that Great Wall of Siberia? You seen that?
Yeah, I saw that one too, yeah.
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 What's up with that?
It's the same sort of thing.
But it's not made out of rock. That one's made out of wood or whatever. isn't it?
No, it's made out of rock.
It's also made out of rock.
Yep.
Hmm.
And the
Well-
one they found in Montana as well.
But
That big one.
I mean, I don't know.
So there's some civilization before the catastrophe in 11,500 years ago when the poles flipped, and they built all this stuff all across the planet.
Well, to think that they say modern humans have existed for how long? Like 60,000 years or something? 80,000 years? And then before that, like, you still had Neanderthals and stuff, which they make all those weird caricatures of Neanderthals and whatnot. I mean, sure, they would look different than us, but like, you can't really guess what their hair or their skin or anything would look like on a like, they're always showing them as looking as these weird cavemen and stuff, but Celtic people have a lot of Neanderthal DNA. The more Northwestern European you get, the more Neanderthal DNA you have, which implies that, you know, the whitest people have a lot of Neanderthal DNA. And they've existed for how long? Almost 200,000 years?
They got taken out.
Well, but my thing is, to think that recorded history only started 2,000, 3,000, even 4,000 years ago, that's just naive. I mean, they had to be doing something before. Like, they weren't just sitting around with their thumbs up their ass. I mean, maybe, but probably not.
Were you in Iraq in the army? Okay.
I went to Korea.
Okay. No, because some of the stuff near Baghdad and all that you can see as well. Interesting. Sumerian stuff.
Well, but even that's still relatively new. What about way before that?
Yeah, like I said, something took them out 11,500 years ago when the sea level was 400 feet lower as well.
But what about like 40,000 years ago? Like, why do we think that we're the only ones that have ever done any of this stuff before? And if you've seen how quickly nature takes back over after people leave an area, it's quick.
Yeah, it's very quick. And any technology or anything you've done, like metal or anything, would be gone.
Yeah. It all just erodes and turns into fucking nothing. So, I don't know.
You gotta make things out of stone, like pyramids, if you want it to last. But they'll be gone as well, you know, within several thousand years, I suppose.
Well, even the stuff that they find in South America with all the societies that lived in the fucking jungle, like the Mayans and shit.
Yeah, they said there used to be millions of people there.
Yeah, so what happened to them?
And that soil's man-made as well.
Wait, what?
The Amazon soil is man-made as well.
Really?
Yep.
From what?
Whoever lived there made it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I did not read about that one.
Have a look it up tonight when you're at home.
I'm gonna go ahead and Google this while I'm...
Google it now.
Yeah.
Everybody out there. Amazon soil. They've got a name for it, which I can't remember. It's the black soil. Because, and also most of the plants have been planted there because they're all plants for human consumption.
Now, that's actually a big, interesting point.
Because they're all fruits and nuts and all sorts of things.
Well, and you start to look at even tomatoes. If you look at wild tomatoes and tomatoes that people eat,
corn, yeah,
well,
all that there.
They're like there's two different kinds. There's kinds that birds liked, and then a different animal liked a different tomato. And we decided to grow the ones that the birds like, but all the other animals were eating a different tomato. I was reading about it, and it was really fucking
Can you
weird.
have a look at the soil?
No. It's
Come on.
I was gonna save it for later. I'm gonna crawl through there. Terra preta.
That's it. The black soil.
The Amazon rainforest,
See,
rather than being a pristine wilderness.
Yeah, see, a study suggests patches of fertile soil in Amazon known as dark earth were intentionally produced by ancient Amazonians as a way to improve the soil and sustain large, complex societies.
Yeah, but this is even the BBC is saying Amazon rainforest, rather than being a pristine wilderness, has been shaped by man for at least 11,000 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Through forest gardening and terra preta.
Yeah, and most of the plants there are were put in by humans.
3/4 of the soil in Amazon is a clay-like laterite soil that is reddish or yellowish. It's acidic and poor in nutrients.
Yep.
The other type of soil is terra preta that has a high concentration of charcoal at a low temperature and is man-made.
Yep, which is most of the Amazon. There you go. See, you learned something tonight.
So, I guess, well, I always thought it was weird. Like, you watch, what is it, Apocalyptica or Apocalyptico or whatever? And you always see all this stuff about how Mayans and Amazonians are, they sacrifice people and tear their heart out, and they run around in loincloths and make these funny noises, and they look weird. But then you see all these news articles where, we just found this new site by doing all these laser scans, and it turns out that this place probably had millions of people living here. And you think millions of people were just randomly sacrificing stuff, and you had those weird Mayan calendars and all these predictions that were on them, and you really think that these people were as primitive or as strange as you think? It's weird how... what is it about people where you think that you're so much better or so much different than somebody else that's almost exactly the same as you? Like, no matter where you go, people are people. You eat food, you fuck, you sleep, you fight, you kill each other, whatever. It's all the same. But for some reason, when you look at somebody else, like, you just think, that's so different. Like, okay, cool. Asians eat rice. Amazonians eat fucking potatoes and tomatoes, and I don't know, what do Irish people eat? Nothing for a few years. So that's what we did, right? That's how I ended up in America.
yeah, to leave in the famine. Okay, anything else you want to talk about? I'm running out of things tonight.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything too interesting going on. Just
no, general stuff, usual stuff in Gaza, usual stuff in Ukraine.
I had this idea. I told Steve about it. I said maybe I should buy some of that land in Gaza and then hold it hostage and wait until one of the developing companies wants to pay me a lot of money. But he said that's probably not a very good idea because I would have to go there in person. And then he said that after that, they would probably just tell me that I don't actually own the land and to go fuck myself, and then they'll just...
Yeah, exactly. That's what will happen.
But...
Yeah, just let them... They're going to ethnic cleanse it. Or they're going to try.
But it was a good idea. Yes. Maybe I can come up with some fake Jewish ancestry and get Israeli citizenship, and then I can Jew them out of a few dollars.
Every show.
Every show.
Okay, people. Sunday we'll be back with Ed, an American, another one. There's a lot of you Americans here.
There's more of us than you think.
There is.
And most of the Americans here, they
have run away from America.
Mm-hmm. And they do not like other Americans, and they do not get along with other Americans. There's a reason why we're here. It's because I don't know. They just had the Super Bowl or whatever. You see that?
No, I knew they had the Super Bowl.
But the halftime show,
I see they booed. What's her name?
Taylor Swift. Yeah.
And she looked like, why are they booing me?
Oh, she knows. She's a stupid little bitch. She
what about the halftime show?
Huge liberal promoter for Democrat stuff.
Didn't they do American halftime show?
No, the halftime show was African.
Oh, I thought it was on with flags and American songs and stuff.
No. No, it was African. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw the African part. Yeah. It was like African drums and like chanting and like weird shit. And I was just like, yeah, like everybody was making jokes about it. Everybody knows what the N stands for in NFL anyways. So, I mean, that's pretty much their audience. You know, that's who they're catering to.
It's nice.
The what?
N for nice.
Yeah, as N as in very nice people that are actively outside during nighttime.
Yes.
Because night also starts with an N. That's nice night people.
Okay. Anybody, if you want to come on the show via Zoom on Sunday, send us a message and we'll organise that. You can be with Michael, Ed, and myself. I wonder if Steve will come in.
Oh,
we could have 3 Americans in.
We could get Steve in here. That'd be fun.
3 Americans. Oh, Andrew.
Yeah. You gotta be careful about putting Andrew and Ed together though.
Why?
Their autism like magnifies off of each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I feel like Steve and Ed would be an interesting combination though.
Steve, if you're listening, come on the show on Sunday.
Yeah, no, Steve and Ed, that would be really interesting. Well, and who's the other people that we were gonna call? They're gonna be on, aren't they?
Yeah, there'll be some other people.
So, no, I feel like this episode with Ed, it's gonna get interesting. So, you should definitely watch on Sunday.
And it may go over 2 hours.
Oh, it probably will. Ed is one of those people where after we met for that burger.
We went with 3 of us met on Tuesday and we went to Bloom Restaurant and had a burger.
Yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday, yes.
Yeah. And we met for a burger, and Ed is one of those people where you can't leave yet, you got to drink one more beer. And so we went out at noon, 12:30, and so of course I was sitting there and I was drinking a beer, waiting at the table for them already, and we had a burger and our conversation.
How much a change you were there before me?
Yeah. I showed up first. I live down the street, though, to be fair. And, so I'm sitting there. I'm drinking my beer. I had to meet my girlfriend last night, and we went out to, try, a new pizza place or whatever.
How was it?
It was good. But, I accidentally, ordered delivery. Because it's like a wood-fired pizza truck. And, I accidentally ordered delivery, and then the delivery guy got all fucked up, but I didn't get home until right before my girlfriend came over, and she didn't come over until 8 o'clock. So I was just drinking beer with Ed for 8 hours. And yeah, he was still even on the last beer, he was like, come on, one more beer. And then when my girlfriend was over, she was like, you smell like beer. I was like, yeah, I fucking bet I do.
I drank a lot of beer.
She's like, how many liters did you drink? 6? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't count. Yeah, I drank at least 6 liters. Yes.
Yes.
It's like liquid bread. It's good for you or something. It's good for your soul. And your decision making, and it makes me better at driving. I'm just a better driver.
Lunch was good. I enjoyed it and enjoyed the burger.
Yeah, no. It's the burgers there are always really good. Ed was bitching about the bun though. We'll have to.
Oh yeah, he said it was a bit dry.
We'll have to have the bun conversation again on Sunday, and you'll just hear how fucking stupid this is. If I'm sure if I mention it, he'll just fucking go off about it again. After you left and we went to Litviny and we were drinking beers there. That's the Lithuanian Belarusian food place, and we're sitting there drinking beer, and man, he talked about that bun for a whole nother 30 minutes.
You might have to bring his own bun next time.
Yeah, fuck. That was crazy. I've never seen somebody get that angry about a bun before. He was like, the bun is the most important part of the burger. And I was like, no, you got to put the whole thing together. And he's like, no, the bun has to be moist. It can't be dry like that. And he just kept going off. But as an American, cheeseburgers are in my blood, and it's a national a national pastime to I definitely know cheeseburgers better than you do. I can make a cheeseburger delicious at my house. You can't, because you're not from the land of cheeseburgers. I am.
Yes, exactly. On that cheeseburger note. Okay, short show tonight. Thanks for everybody for watching, and we'll see you on Sunday with Ed, Michael, myself, and maybe Steve/Andrew, and maybe a couple people on Zoom.
3 cheeseburgers and 1 shrimp on the Barbie guy.
We can get them to deliver. Let's get Bloom to deliver the burger here.
To here?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. That would definitely if we did that, he would get so fucking mad.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll see if we can organize that.
We'll just tell him that we have dinner supplied.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Live for you to watch. Okay, can you hit the like button, everybody, and share the video? Tell your friends, family, acquaintances, and enemies about us. And see you on Sunday. Anything else you'd like to say before we go?
Take me out of context. Please upload me to meme groups.
Yes. Especially when he's talking about little hat people.
And the nice people that are outside during the nighttime. They do that because it's more difficult to see them because of the level of light.
Who?
And nothing
yes.
else.
Yeah, sorry, I was just
also,
I forgot to turn on the translation today.
Follow the show, but don't follow me.
No one wants to follow you.
Stop following me.
Yes, he's on Instagram, everybody.
No, I'm not. You can't find me on there.
I'll post him in there.